Hello, everybody. This is your boy DJ Master. I'm going to do a real short segment on this today, talking about what happened yesterday with Microsoft pleading a case. And they pleaded a damn good case yesterday where they're already saying that Sony's on 80% of the market overseas, 80 to 20%. So, what it boils down to is that Sony just don't want no competition. They want things to stay the same. They want things to stay their way because they just don't want no competition. I mean, things is going against them right now. I heard that they was there at the meeting. They had 30 minutes to talk at the meeting. Now, whether they talked or not, I don't know. And I don't think they even talked about it. I don't even think they even mentioned up their name. I mean, the guy at Microsoft, the man with the contract, he had a contract in his hand for the 10-year exclusive deal that they want to give Sony. Okay, now listen here, guys. They're already signed over. They're already signed off on Nintendo. They're already signed off on Nvidia. Nvidia and their brand. Nvidia was against it first, but they signed off on them for the 10-year deal, which we knew that was going to happen. That's a no-brainer right there. Um, Steve didn't already sign off on it. They're going to still give the 10-year, contract to make sure that it goes, so they can make sure it goes through. Which Steve said they didn't have no problem with. They said they really didn't have no problem with Microsoft because they know Microsoft has done everything in their power to keep games up on their system. So let's just be the truth. I mean, what's going to boil down to is this, y'all. And it's going to be really good and short. Whether Sony's going to accept it or not, we don't know. If they don't, that's their loss. That's everybody else's game. I'm just telling you the truth about the whole doesn't matter. It's just that, you think about it. Everything was going on. Sony's getting caught off in their little scandals, which they have always have done within the last 20 to 30 years of fillery and trickery of all these companies and all that stuff. They had a 30 they had a little discount off of Call of Duty coming to their platform, and they don't want to lose that. I mean, I don't know what you got to say, y'all. I really don't know what the hell you got to say. But what it boils down to is this: Sony's about to lose things that they don't want to lose. The competition is real. EA didn't sign off on it. Take Two didn't sign off on it. The one of the biggest unions in the CMA, they want the deal to push through. China, I think they didn't sign off on it. There's a lot of these countries that already signed up on this stuff already. So what is the big deal? I mean, I'm gonna tell you the truth. I am gonna sit here and tell you the truth. I think the CMA and I think Sony are into this thing with each other, and I'm gonna tell you the reason why. Because why should the CMA government be involved in this mess? And we just talking about video games. I mean, like I said, there's politics in this. And don't believe that when they turn around and deliver this again, that do not believe that when they go to the FTC that they're not going to find any other dirt on Sony. So it'd be in Sony's best interest to sign off on this deal, but which they're not. We know that for sure. We know that. Let me see right now. PS5 gets Call of Duty current before Xbox sometimes up to a year, and they don't want to lose that because now people will pay Call of Duty on our Call of Duty on our Game Pass, in which Ultimate Production, you got that right. I mean, and they don't like that. They don't want to lose any money. They don't want to share no money. They don't want to lose no money. They don't want nothing to do with anything what's going on with everything that's going on. They don't want on their Game Pass. They don't want to share a dime with nobody. They just do not. They just want to keep everything the same. And with Microsoft signing these deals, so far they didn't shut the CMA up. They didn't shut them up because they cannot deny what's going on. Microsoft didn't give Nintendo a deal. They didn't give Nvidia a deal. They didn't gave um they didn't gave Steam a 10-year deal. They gave all these major industries a 10-year deal. So what is the deal? Okay, and then this man gonna turn around and say the contract is here for Sony to sign it, and Sony is not gonna sign it because of their bitterness and their hard headedness not to sign something. Okay, be without, be without Sony. I mean, that's what I mean. I would love it. I mean, me and my partners, we know we talked about it already. We be glad when Sony leaves because when Sony leaves, that means gaming has gotten whole hell of a whole lot much better because we're not gonna have that foolishness no more. We're not gonna have that backstabbing cutting between no more. I mean, dude, I mean, Unforspoken. Unforspoken is a 2-year exclusive on the Sony brand. Why the hell is that? I mean, Square Enix, they already saying that they losing money already. And I ain't nobody even signed that deal with Sony. And then all these people were talking about, well, Xbox, own Bethesda, and they promised them the turn. No, they did not promise them. I don't even know. I don't know if the Starfield or the Vampire game was on file because I'm very sure if it would have been, Xbox would have went ahead and went with that contract, and that's it. Because Microsoft do go through these contracts, and they will honor these people's contracts that they want on these games. Do not forget, Minefield is on the PS5. It's on the Sony brand, okay? Because they promised to God, the guy wanted them not to try and take it off any brand, and they promised the guy, and that's what happened. They didn't do it. But what it boils down to is this, fellas, and I'm not gonna sit and tell you no lie. But number one, for number one, Sony is not the gaming leader as you think. The media might pop them up like that, but they're not. Okay, let's just tell the doggone truth about the whole damn thing. Okay, they're not number one in gaming. Okay, you for one doggone thing. Okay, we got the Game Pass. They got a Game Pass. Who forced them to get a Game Pass? Microsoft forced them to get a Game Pass. Okay. Now, as far as these consoles that they say they got, that's to be determined. Okay, that is to be determined. The media always hyping Sony up no matter what. It don't make no doggone difference if it's tiddlywinks or it can be horseshoes. They're gonna always support Sony no matter what. And the reason why I do not know, I don't know if Sony is forking them some money because I know because Sony would do this. They'll do anything to keep their brand up. They'll do anything to keep their brand up. They don't give a care what it takes. But now let's talk about now. Don't forget that Sony just not too long ago getting out of this bind where they had to sell off a lot of their properties and all that stuff, and that's still hurting them in the long run. If you don't think them properties are not hurting Sony, oh, you're kidding yourself. Their television division is not that great. Their their computers is damn near irrelevant. It's almost like gone because people don't even talk about them. I'm not even really even sure they even making computers anymore. Um, this VR headset for 550, that's dead on arrival. People is not gonna go out there and spend their hard-earned money on something that they know. I mean, if they do, fine. That is their dilemma. That is them. If they want to do that, that is their business. But ain't no way in the world I'm gonna spend $500 on a virtual reality headset that is just there every once in a while to put on your head. Okay? If it's a console, that's another thing. But this is not a console. This is a head apparatus that you got to put on your head, and you're only going to be able to put it on your head for so damn long. Okay? Because once the annuity wears out on it, it's done. It's done. And then they talk about charging you $70 for a VR game, dude. Let me tell you right now, and I'm gonna get on that too about people too. Stop complaining about them doing these games for $70 because, like I said, I'm gonna always say, if you're gonna buy it, buy it. If you don't buy it. That's all it is to it. Just don't buy it. But as far as I'm concerned, when it comes down to the Nintendo, when it comes down to this Sony and the CMA thing, oh, they in cahoots with each other. Ain't no doubt about that. That's the reason why they didn't say a doggone thing, because they can't. Microsoft got them right where they want them at. That's all it is to it. The public has been heard about what's going on with Sony right now. They offered Sony a 10-year deal, and they was there when they offered to them. Jim Ryan was there, and they did not accept it because they do not want things to move on. They don't, I'm gonna tell you right now, they didn't even want to do a Game Pass. The only reason why they did a Game Pass is because Microsoft forced the hand of Sony to make a Game Pass, and the Game Pass really is not about crap. Okay, let's be serious. Okay, look at all the games. Look at all the games that we had come out in the last month and a half. Hi-Fi Rush, Atomic Heart. Those two games all by itself is enough for me to say, okay, it's okay for me to say that the Game Pass is just that much more dominant than the competition. You talk about the services of the cloud service. Oh, it's great. You can't beat it. You can't beat it, y'all. Hell, if you don't have an Xbox, you can always get on the gaming service. That's the reason why you've got Xbox Game Pass. Just to clear it up, if you do not have a Xbox Series X or S to look at the best graphics, you can always go to the cloud service and play a game on the Game Pass. And what makes it so good is that if you decide that you want to buy it, you can. But if you decide that you don't want to buy it, you don't have to because it's going strictly off the Game Pass in the cloud service. Dude, I'm loving it. I am loving it. Man, and the Atomic Heart, oh man, you can't beat Atomic Heart, man. That game is good. Um, Ultimate, thanks again for putting me onto that Henry Potter game, because that Henry Potter game is one of the best games that I have played in a long time. And like I said, High Five Rush, I'm almost finished playing it. And this Atomic Heart is great. In Empire, Age of Empire, dude, come on, y'all. Xbox keep on getting better and better with the Game Pass games, and Sony just gives you crap. Just the bottom line. The bottom line is that when people feel threatened, like Sony feel threatened right now, and they are feeling threatened because it is the threat that it is changing, and they got to get into the program with it. I'm not really sure they're going to get into a program or not because I know they're stubborn. But at the end of the doggone day, money is money. And I'm going to tell you right now, the CMA is Sony. Okay, let's say and we know it's going to go through, y'all. But I'm just saying, if it doesn't go through, Activision is going to make you pay for what y'all did. Being stubborn, being pig-headed, and that's it. Okay? Because you cannot dare tell me that. I know Activision offered you a deal, but they wasn't going to give Call of Duty up like that. Because if anything, y'all would love to have Call of Duty. And y'all would have made Call of Duty exclusive. to your system. Ain't no doubt about that. You hear me? Ain't no doubt about that. But I'm glad that Activision said, no, you know what? No, we ain't gonna do it like that. We're not breaking it up like that. And the same thing when Microsoft told the CMA that they're not gonna break the system, they're not gonna break the games up just to please y'all. Because like I said, Sony and the CMA is in this thing together. They're into this thing together. And that is the bottom line. That's the way I feel. And and Unlimited, let me tell you right now. Oh man, Atomic Heart, oh my lord. You talking about graphics. Graphics mind blowing, man. They did a good job with that game. I don't get how some people's talking about it too, but I can understand why people talking about it because they gotta have something to talk about because Unspoken is so bad that they gotta talk about something. So they can't bring Hi-Fi Rush into the Crowder Spring because Microsoft had already shut their mouth up about that game, so they couldn't talk about that Hi-Fi Rush but that's how the media does it. The media will always crap on a game, and the thing about it is just the truth because now since Unspoken is out and it's done so doggone bad that now they just want anything to talk about. And that's the reason why they talk about the Atomic Heart. Atomic Heart. Atomic Heart is good. The graphic is it reminds you of an old type. It reminds you of an old type. What's the name of that game I got? It reminds you of a old type. Let me see. What's the name of that damn game that I got? Let me see. It reminds you of an old type German Western type game with all the good elements in it. Castle Wolfenstein. It got a little bit of that of the Castle Wolfenstein when the Germans is trying to take over everything and all that stuff, and with the robotics and all that stuff. So man, so let me tell you, man, do not pay these doggone people no doggone mind. Atomic Hearts is a good game. And then another thing too, I'm going to talk about too, is that they always want to turn and talk about how superior the PS5 is, as far as graphic wise and all that stuff, as far as like the timing of the games and everything. And this is the reason why I get on my boy E-Rock about that about that foolery of the people that he talked about I forgot their names too, but it made no doggone difference. He know what I'm talking about. That's really why I get on them about that too, because um, they foolery is down too, because they always want to turn around and down certain games. Unlimited. Help me with the name of that people who are always doing those graphic comparisons and all that stuff. What is their name? I cannot remember their name at all. I just want to see if you can help me with that. Oh, Unlimited. I forgot the name of that damn thing. But either way it go, y'all. What it boils down to is this: games have games, and that's it. Because would you have more fun with your games? Oh, okay. I think Unlimited. It's called Digital Foundry Fuckery because all they do is bash Xbox games. Period. No matter what, it don't make no doggone difference what they want to do. Yes, I do see your comments, Unlimited. I do see him. Is seeing I'm seeing your comments right now. You talking about Digital Foundry. So yes, I did see that. But I tell you right now, yo, what this is gonna boil down to is this: don't listen to Digital Foundry fuckery because they don't know what the heck they're talking about. The Henry Potter game is great on great on all three, great on all three, the PC, the PS5, and the Xbox Series X and S. Do not pay attention to that doggone Digital Foundry fuckery because, okay, they talk about loading times. Loading times, big deal. 2 seconds? 2 seconds is going to kill you on loading time. Okay? I mean, please. I mean, I don't even worry about that loading time crap. As far as like, breaking up 30 frames per second to 60 frames per second, okay. Can you see the difference? I'm saying when you play the game for myself, can you tell the difference between it's slowing down and it's not slowing down? Can you really tell the difference? Y'all, y'all need to stop listening to Digital Foundry and just play your damn games. Just play your damn games. But to leave you on this thought before I get off of here, Sony, and the CMA. Stop it. CMA, sign up on the deal, be done with it. Stop taking Sony's money because we know what this shit's all about. We know what it's all about. We know what this shit's all about. PlayStation and CMA is in this stuff together. And if they're not, fine. That's cool. But there's no reason why the CMA should stop this acquisition and get off sucking Sony's nutsacks. Because at the end of the damn day, when it comes down to it, it's coming home to Microsoft. Okay? Let's get this shit straight. It's coming home to Microsoft, and ain't a damn thing that you can do about it. The FTC is going to open a can of worms on your asses, and y'all need to just shut up and let it be. Because at the end of the doggone day, Microsoft's going to open a can of worms that y'all might not want to see. All your dealings with businesses in the past. And it's not no lie, it's just the truth. Look at everything that y'all done stopped in the damn past. I can't name them all. But one thing I can do for Unspoken, a two-year exclusive with the people who made that game, man, I never seen nothing like that in my life. I might have seen a year exclusive, but I never seen nobody do a 2-year exclusive. And the only reason why y'all did that is so y'all can keep it off the Game Pass. Because y'all know if it's like a 6-month agreement or if it's like a year agreement, what's gonna happen? Square Enix gonna sign a deal with Microsoft, which I hope that Microsoft don't never do again, to put their game in the Game Pass so they can make a little extra money. And that's just what they're going to do because they give them money anyway to put it on the damn system. So Sony can just kiss it. Microsoft has got a good case on their hand. Don't forget, over there in Europe, y'all own 80% of the market, and Microsoft only owns 20 of the market. I mean, I know Nintendo's in there somewhere, but I'm just talking about between Sony and Microsoft, and because that's the way that people want to put it now. People want to forget all about Nintendo. They don't even want to mention Nintendo. All they want to mention is PlayStation and Microsoft. That's all they want to mention. But I'm here today. I'm signing off, but I'm letting you know right now that I'd be glad when this thing is over. And I hope they open up a whole can of worms on Sony's dealings at the end of the doggone day, because Sony is not going to sit there and tell them about all the crookery that they done done. You can kiss that goodbye. That's probably the reason why they didn't talk at the meeting yesterday, because it's going to open a whole can of worms, and they don't hear that. I'm just telling you, they're not going to hear what the hell is going on between Sony and the CMA, and that's it. Because we know they're together. Because what I'm hearing is that Jim Ryan, before he took the job at Sony, he was with their government. So what makes you think that? This is what I'm hearing. I'm not really set on stone on that. Like I said, I'm not really sure, but I do know what's going on. And my girl, she's on here today too, boy. And hey, I'm glad to see you come on here too. Because it's funny, you see, Xbox all in. It's funny how Microsoft has not gamers have trying to dominate the industry by buying everyone. Okay, there's only one thing about it. They're not trying to buy everyone. I mean, eventually, they're gonna get their hands in the hands, I think, with them too. But I don't think they're trying to buy everyone. I think they're just trying to get a piece of the pie so they can be more competitive with Sony and Nintendo. But sorry guys, this is your boy Xbox. I'm getting off the Lions Den right now. My girl Delia, I'm glad to see that you came onto the show. I'm glad to see all the comments. Xbox all in. I'm glad to see you do the comment. Yeah, like you said. Okay, like you said, Xbox all in. Sorry, no game, but we got plenty of games to share out. And once we get to the Activision deal out of the water, who knows what's going to happen next? All I got to say is this: $60.9 billion is a lot of money. And I'm glad to see what Xbox and Microsoft is doing. They do good things for the industry, period. They have helped a lot of developers stay alive with the Game Pass because they can do that with the Game Pass. They got the money to fork over with the Game Pass. So why is people still banging over the Game Pass and y'all Game Pass on Sony ain't about nothing? But I tell you right now, fellas, this your boy DJ Tuckmaster. Please subscribe to me. I do enjoy it. And peace.